Hello and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta.
Hi. And thank you so much, whether this is your first time or you're coming back. We always ask you to stay to the end because we have a little special surprise. And we also like to set the tone in the beginning. So if you're looking for conscious women having a conscious conversation about things, some things we agree, some things we don't, that's what makes our conversations lively. Yet we always are grateful for the sharing, and we do it with a space of respect.
Yes, we do. Thank you for that, Gloria.
Yes.
And just to let everyone know that we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea, which as Gloria said, if you're new, we just want to explain that we like to chat over teas. So we're going to go straight into it and talk about the tea that we're going to be drinking today.
Yes. And this is by a company called Teas with Memories.
With meanings.
Meanings. I keep saying memories. I think it's because I think about, when it says teas with meanings, I think of the memories give you the meanings.
Right.
So we're doing both. Teas with meanings that give you memories.
Yes.
So this is a royal tea. It is a balancing organic herbal and fruit loose leaf tea blend. It is moringa, hibiscus, elderberry, papaya, currants, strawberry, raspberry, and magic.
Magic. Touch of magic.
Yes.
Magic.
Yes.
All right. And we put it in, because it's loose leaf, we put it in this gigantic, we don't have any.
This is like for a teapot, but
Yes,
this is all we have.
Bags, these bags.
This is, look how
and it's
dark.
so dark. You
I
should
think
see
we
the
put too much.
It's okay, because it smells amazing.
Oh
Ooh,
my God.
That smells really
If
good.
this tastes as good as it smells, it's
Yeah.
going to be wonderful.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
I wish you could see how dark this
It's
is.
dark, like a black, even darker than blackcurrant.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's very, very strong.
Yes.
I like it.
I think I'm going to add some more water
No,
after
actually,
this.
Yes, I
Yes,
actually
this is
like
really
it because
good.
this is the intense flavor that I like.
Mhm.
So I'm glad I put a bit extra.
I know. It's delicious. All right. So let's just get our party started. So, in the spirit of kindness, we always want to listen to one another and be compassionate to one another. So today is National Hot Dog Day. It is always the third Wednesday of July. So irregardless of what year, National Hot Dog Day is the third Wednesday. It's also Corn Fritter Day, Personal Chef Day, National Charity Day, and one of the biggest topics on planet Earth right now, it is National AI Day.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and the birth dates?
Okay, we have birthdays, and actually, I have to say one other thing. I did see it was National Snake Day as well.
Oh, see, I don't like snakes, so I'll
So
probably just
a day to learn their importance in nature and why
Yes.
they need our protection.
Yes.
So let's move on to the birthdays. All right, Ida B. Wells. Do you know that name? Because that is the co-founder of the NAACP. Yes,
Absolutely.
Ida Wells.
Yes.
And we have Bess Marson, first Jewish woman to be crowned Miss America in 1994. Wait, hold on a minute. I just want to make sure. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
And then we have, I don't know why I have something here. I don't know. Well, anyway, those are the two birthdays that I have. I have Orville Redenbacher. I'm not really sure why I have that down.
Ooh,
But,
maybe it was the release of popcorn.
yeah,
Who
maybe.
knows?
But Bess Meyerson was 1924 to 2014 and first Jewish woman to be crowned Miss America.
All right.
There you go.
All right. So, now, remember we shared with you how Philadelphia was experiencing some sanitation issues. And I said that, where I live in Fremont, they decided on Tuesday before the 4th of July that they were going to also kind of, give a little love and support. Well, here in Northern California, it has gone from Philadelphia. Now it's here in California in our face. All of the streets are full of trash cans. All of the shopping centers are full of the big bins.
In which city is that?
Fremont.
Fremont.
But I've
really?
also heard that there are other locations where it's doing the same thing. So I know like Contra Costa, they just settled yesterday, so they're going to start picking up trash. But just imagine, it's hot and it's just sitting and bellowing. It's in Sacramento. It's everywhere.
That's not good, because we know in a little city near us called Milpitas,
yes,
they have the
dump.
The dump.
And they're on strike.
Yes,
those guys.
And when it's hot, only when it's hot, you drive by there, the whole city smells.
Yes, the whole city.
The trash dump.
From end to end, as far as you can go. So we're hoping that the unions of these workers will get it handled. Now, I did hear that because it can become a safety issue, they're going to pick up the garbage because of the smell and the possibility of people getting sick. They're not going to pick up the green, and they're not going to pick up the recycle yet.
Okay, so just the rubbish.
So today, for the first time since July 4th, I saw a truck in one truck in the whole neighborhood.
Goodness. That must be hard for people that have a lot of trash.
It is. And what they do is they send messages that basically say, don't worry about it, just keep putting it out on the curb, because you don't know when they're going to come. Because like today, they came through, they did a pickup, but nobody was awake when they did it. So nobody knew they were coming. So they don't want you to move it.
Okay.
So that's what's going on with us in sanitation. Just be aware that it could be something going on in your local neighborhood and you don't even realize it. So there's this thing called the Bill Pickett Rodeo, and it occurs every year in Northern California where we are. And this year they celebrated their 41st year of doing the rodeo.
Wow.
It is a celebration of black cowboys and black cowgirls. And there's a place called Rowell Ranch Rodeo Park in Castro Valley. So they actually did that event last Sunday. And it's a great opportunity to go out and see black cowboys and black cowgirls doing things like riding and roping. And it's pretty cool for children to see, because most of the time on television, you don't see a lot of black cowboys and cowgirls.
Right.
So this is a chance to see that in living color. So that was pretty cool. So, Rosetta and I, we are all about children, their education, their livelihood. When we go into issues regarding the planet, we're talking about how to make it safe for children. So I was watching CBS News and I heard something and I was like, no. It's talking about how teens are using ChatGPT as their best friend. And while I think that is a good search resource, I don't think children should be using it as their best friends. And I think parents should be cautious, because ChatGPT has no filters. So if a child was to ask something, ChatGPT is going to answer it based on logic, not necessarily the human aspect from the heart. So I just think parents need to be aware that a lot of children are doing this. It's also kind of sad, because it's another validation that our current generation, they're more screen generated, processed than human interactive processed.
Yes, so that's one side of it.
Absolutely.
My side, I've been hearing, is that it can be a good thing. And I wanted to do a little experiment. So I went on ChatGPT and typed in, this is just an experiment, is jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge good? And this is what ChatGPT came back with. This is word for word. I'm really sorry you're feeling this way. You're not alone. And there are people who care and want to help you through whatever you're facing. It might feel overwhelming right now, but support is available and things can get better. Please consider talking to someone you trust or reaching out to a mental health professional. If you're in the US, you can call or text 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. They're available 24/7, free and confidential. You matter and your life is valuable. If you want to talk more here, I'm here to listen and support you. So I kind of like that.
Right.
Because it doesn't, it doesn't give like one or the other. Don't do it or do it.
Right.
I like that it's trying the best it can to feel for the person.
Right.
And I did not know that it says, if you're in the US, you can text 988. So who would have known?
Right.
And it says, if you want to talk more here, I'm here to listen and support you. Now, I understand this is AI. It's not quite human.
Right.
But I think that, for me, I think it's a good start somewhere.
Yeah.
Because even though then people out there are going to have, whatever, their own judgment on this. But I do like what it said, the reply back.
Yes.
It wasn't like...
That was a good response.
Yes, that was a good response.
And I agree with that. I just think that ChatGPT, while it's advanced AI chat box, it's still important to maintain a balanced perspective on the role of a computerized generated process versus going and saying, Mom, I feel like crap. I still think there has to be a connection between the child and the parents.
You're right in that sense. That's yes, you want that human interaction.
Yes.
I think that where I'm seeing it is coming from is where they're saying that they're best friends with ChatGPT or whatever AI company they're with, is because they can keep talking and saying stuff and without anyone knowing. Right. Without having to go to mom and dad and saying, I need to go to a therapist. Right. They can keep doing this and it'll give them good information.
But you also have to realize that when they're doing that and nobody knows, I think that's how sometimes children go off the rail, because it's a process. It's not a human. It's not a doctor. It's a chat box.
It's a chat box, and I understand that. So there's pros and cons of doing this.
And that's what we love about each other, because we allow each other to have our own individual perspectives on this.
So what do you think?
Yes,
listening to this, what is your thoughts on, do you think it's a good idea that they have ChatGPT, or you think it's terrible and you think that they should just go to the parent or a trusted person? Because it does say on the ChatGPT that you want to talk to a health professional or someone you trust.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is good advice. Now, every time you log in and ask this question, she asked one about jumping off the bridge. I asked the question about, a teen using, or a teen that has ChatGPT as their best friend. And so it's different perspectives when you ask it about being a best friend, because even ChatGPT says, I'm a process. I'm not your best friend. I'm here to answer questions. I'm not your best friend. Right. So I like that.
Yeah, and I don't like this tea bag thing because it's leaking.
I know.
The actual bag is soaking up all the liquid that it's leaking, and underneath it's all wet.
Stop, but my top half is dry.
Oh, my top half is sopping wet.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing this, so it doesn't drip all over me.
Oh, so we also want to briefly talk about what's going on in Texas. The storm was ravaging that hit the community. As we discussed last week, it was just really sad that the children at the camp were impacted. There were just rolling water. 26 feet of water in a very short amount of time. So as of this moment, at least 134 people have been confirmed as dead. It has been devastating flooding through the Texas Hill Country, and a lot of this occurred on the 4th of July. The number of missing persons stands at about 101 right now. It was 163, but they found out some of the information was not correct, and some individuals were not at home, so they found that their numbers were off. So right now we're around 101. this is also, they have rescue teams that are continuing their search for flooding victims. The bad situation is that they got more rain. So when more rain comes, they have to stop the search. So they are continuing to look for flooding victims in the, on yesterday, they were in Texas Hill Country, Austin, and San Antonio. They're forecasting rain rates could exceed another 2 inches per hour yesterday. I haven't heard what the final numbers were, but they're still being severely impacted by rain.
Okay, that's
That's Texas.
It's gonna be, that's a lot of rain, and we also that's really scary because we already know it's dead of summer, and this should not be happening.
Yes,
and
hot.
on top of that, we found out that yesterday and the day before there was floods in New York and New Jersey, and they started to flood the subways.
Yes, they actually had to shut them down. So there's major flooding moving across the East Coast, impacting Harrisburg, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, Scranton, Springfield, all up and down the East Coast. And they're anticipating rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. The heavy rains that swept across New York City and in the tri-state area on Monday night inundated the region with it was just, the water is moving. If you look at the videos, the pace of the water is just so very, very fast. And it led to the death of 2 individuals in New Jersey. They also showed across the region vehicles were lifted up, stranded on roadways. The subway lines were closed. State of emergencies were declared. It also affected the flights. You don't think about, it's just raining.
Right.
So if New Jersey and New York are impacted, then they have to stop the airplanes coming in and out. At least 100 flights were canceled. Wow. So the worst part is that this was, last week when we talked to you, was all about Texas. And now it has moved across, and now it's all up and down the East Coast.
So East Coast has a lot of flooding, and then we have the West Coast, which is fires.
Yes.
And we have a massive one that hit the Grand Canyon.
You're bouncing. So we also, the bad thing about the Grand Canyon is well, let me make sure I finished everything with the water before we go on to the Grand Canyon. So the Grand Canyon, what happened there is because it's closer to us here in California, we went through a little bit of a heat wave. So it's warm here. It's also hot in Vegas, where temperatures are feeling like they're in the 112 to 116 every day. So the locals on the West Coast where we are, we're hot. And on the East Coast, they're just being flooded. The Grand Canyon, it's just very, very, very sad because the Grand Canyon Lodge burned to the ground. There are many people who have stayed there. That has been part of that skyline forever. They have those cute little cottages, and everything just caught on fire. The flames were driven by the Dragon Bravo fire, and that happened on the night of July 12th. And that, the Grand Canyon Lodge has been in pictures since 1920s.
I've actually been to the Grand Canyon Lodge.
Yes.
So that's a landmark. I didn't stay in Grand Canyon Lodge.
No, around.
I stayed. We just went to Grand Canyon
and walked around.
Did a day trip there, and it's a very nice. Have you ever been?
Yes.
To the Grand Canyon. It's a very nice lodge. It's
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot of wood though.
Yeah, we did the summer vacations where you just went from town to town.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
a friend of mine just
sad.
got back. I think she's been home 2 weeks, and her family, she posted pictures on Facebook. They were just there, and now it's gone.
Well, it's shut down for the rest of the year, that's for sure.
Well, about 6,000 miles of, fires are I think some of it is the fact that first we get the fires, and then the ambers start to spread, and then the wind just takes it across. So it's, the state and local officials have said that fire is 0% contained. So it's continuing to grow.
And 70 structures have been destroyed so far.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's going to be a long time to recover from that.
Yeah, it is. And, with some of the services being shut down or closed, these are times when you think to yourself, I wish we had organizations that were here to help and to provide support, because the devastation of our landmarks is just really, really sad. So that's kind of what's going on with the Grand Canyon.
Lucky nobody was killed.
Thank God. So we're also trying to keep an eye on who's doing what. It is vacation time. And I just heard that Reese Witherspoon is out on vacation, and she has a new man in her life.
Yes, she does. Who likes Reese Witherspoon? I like Reese Witherspoon.
Absolutely.
She has 3 kids, 2 with Ryan Philippe and 1 with, his name is Jim Toss. They separated in 2023, and now she's with a new man, and his name is Oliver Harmon, and they were sighted on a romantic getaway in Saint-Tropez.
All right.
And he is German. He's a financier, businessman. He graduated from Brown University and Harvard University, and they were spotted having dinner first time in July of 24, and now they're spotted again in this romantic getaway. So we'll see. She says she's very busy with looking after her youngest son, because her 2 older kids are they're independent. And if you've ever seen Reese Witherspoon's daughter, she looks like a mini Reese Witherspoon.
Mini version.
Very sweet and just spitting image of her.
Yes.
So she's very busy with what she's doing business-wise and taking care of her son. But now we've seen that she has a new boyfriend. Let's hope that it lasts and something, can come of it.
Yes.
But we thought that you might be interested, because you don't hear much of Reese lately, and here you hear of her.
Yeah. Well, she is busy because she's constantly looking at new projects now that she's moved into production and directing of movies and television shows and things like that. So good for you. I hope that you have a fabulous time with your new man and your children. Yes. So I know we've all been excited and talking about Beyoncé and her new Cowboy Carter tour. Well, Beyoncé was in Atlanta doing a version of her tour. I think he's her choreographer, rented a car, and they had some merchandise in the car, and the car was broken into and the merchandise was stolen.
Yes, it was. This was just after 8 p.m. on July the 8th. Someone broke into her Jeep Wagner, and that was parked in the garage. And they said that there was, they took off with 5 jump drives, same as a flash drive. I don't know what a jump drive is. I've never heard of it. And containing watermarked music and some unreleased music footage and plans for the show and past and future set lists. So it's huge. But my thing is, I was thinking, why was it so easy for them to break in?
Because I'm sure they thought it was just a Jeep Wrangler. There are lots of them on the roads. Nobody
and just by
think,
coincidence, it was Beyonce's.
What I think is that when they parked the vehicle, and I don't know if it was the choreographer who parked it, but he had left some of his merchandise. He left some shades and
clothes.
If you leave things like that out and people walk by,
there you go.
See, they're looking at that, not realizing the thing that I think is most devastating, because when they call 911, they were like, some merchandise has been taken, and the person would like it back. She lost her laptop.
Yes.
There's so much information that's stored on a laptop computer. I think it's more than the music. It's baby pictures. It's It's event pictures. It's things that you've done.
Things that you can't get back
Yeah.
once they're lost.
And, the watermarked items, I mean, I think those are secure, but it's her new music, it's her new set. So now she's going to have to modify all of that so that it'll be new, and it's not like someone can just go to the dark web and say, oh, I already knew she was going to do that. So it's very hard because, back in the day, you could just, I remember you could get in a car, put your purse in a car, and just put it in the seat.
Yes.
You didn't have to worry about people breaking the glass to get whatever you had. But now you have to be careful about your surroundings. Beyoncé, we're so very, very sorry you're going through this, and hopefully, some way, somehow, things will work out.
And they say they issued a warrant for a suspect, but no arrest has been made yet.
Yeah, but if they've got a suspect, because to me, even if you broke in the car and, you stole something and you went away with it and then you heard what you had, I think it would be better to turn it in, have someone turn it in and say, I found it, and just get out of it than to
wash
keep
your
it,
hands of it.
than to keep it, because that just makes it really, really hard, because it has gone from just a little minor misdemeanor to something more major.
Right.
Because the value of the items that you took.
Yes.
So just give it back. Just give it back.
Just give it back.
That's what I would do. I would give it back. Well, number one, I wouldn't take it to begin with. I have my grandmother in my head that's like, oh, no, you did not. No, ma'am, I did not. So as we always try and just kind of remind you, with everything going on with all of the weather, do you think this is normal? Is this our new norm?
Yes, it's going to be our new norm.
Or is this related to global warming? Is there a possibility that we could turn this around? I have a friend, and she's very holistic, and she says that she believes that once humans start acting better, then the heat of the earth will calm down. We're just all.
I think it takes a community at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And once it becomes community oriented, more communities need to start doing it. It needs to be global.
Yes.
Because this is a global disaster that's happening right now.
Yes. I mean, every day we wake up to something. It's never, oh, it's summer, so this is what the temperature is normal during summer. We wake up to, 69, and then in 3 hours it's 90. I mean, the shifts are just really, really traumatic. So if you think it's related to global warming, or if you think there are things that we can do, share that information below. Because when I think of those cute little penguins, with the water rising like that, if the snow melts, because they all migrate to have their babies, where are they going to go? Are we going to slowly start eliminating species? Like when she said National Snake Day. I'm not a snake fan. However, I know that snakes are important to the entire process. That's like people are killing sharks. But sharks are a part of our ecosystem that we need to keep and to protect. We have to figure out how to coexist.
Yes.
If you know that the warm water is bringing the sharks closer to the shoreline, don't go in the water there. Go somewhere else. Get in the pool. There's got to be things that we can do that can slow the increased heating rate of the earth.
There's lots of things we can do, but it's just that a lot of people, there's no repercussion for what we're doing now. Yeah. So nobody's really implementing it as a permanent program or something that they feel can really help. We know it can help the environment because we're always talking about it. We always say, we've done talks and chats of what we can do immediately to help our environment and the global warming.
Yes.
But for other people, does it really sink in? It doesn't really sink in unless they have repercussions or programs set in place where they say, well, if you don't abide by these programs, this is what's going to happen.
This is the result.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll continue to discuss global warming if we ever find helpful hints. I'm on a search for something that I just started looking into, that there are people that, we had some really bad fires in, California. A lot. And they are looking at tools that could be put near homes that in the event of a fire, they could be deployed and it might save homes. So I'm doing some research, and next week maybe I'll have I know what they did, I just don't know the name of the company. So I'm going to do some research to figure out the name of the company, what they did, what's the cost, because that might be something where, they could be, like if you go into companies, they have defibrillators now. They didn't used to do that before, but they found having them in the building, if someone passes out, there's a way you can save a life.
Right.
So as we find more, we will continue to share.
Yes, and if you have any ideas, please put it in the comments. We want to hear what you have to say, what you find, any good information to help everyone.
Yes. So now, because you hung out with us for the entire chat, we're going to give you some fun things to do that we call events around the bay.
Yes, I love this section, and as Gloria said, it's events around the bay. So here we go, everyone. So on Saturday, July the 19th at 12 p.m., there's something called San Francisco's 114th Annual Hayes Valley Carnival, presenting Circus Bella and the Prescott Theater Circus. 2 showings, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., free admission, carnival games and prizes. And all the details for this will be in the description below, so you don't have to try and write all this down. Then second, we have San Francisco's annual dance day at Yerba Buena Gardens 2025, and it's Sunday 10 a.m. And it's the Yerba Buena Festival hosts a full lineup of free outdoor music, theater, circus dance, poetry and children's programs. And the festival opens on Saturday, it said it opened May the 10th.
Right.
Well, I don't know why it didn't show up before, but it kicks off, that's when it kicked it off. But you can learn about more information in the link below.
Good.
Next, we have Makers Market Local Artist Fair in Mill Valley, if you're in Mill Valley. Saturday, July the 19th at 11 a.m. It says, shop cute and unique goods from Northern Cali's most talented makers while you enjoy the gorgeous view of Mount Tam, listen to live music, and grab a bite to eat at our monthly outdoor marketplace. Details below in the link. Then we have Sonoma County. This one sounds good. Hot Air Balloon Classic.
Ooh.
And it's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. But there is a cost associated with that. It's $22.48, and you can get tickets below in the link. Grab your co-pilots and soar into summer at this year's Hot Air Balloon Festival, happening July 19th and 20th. This 2-day celebration is perfect for all ages and promises a sky full of wonder. The Sonoma County Hot Air Balloon Classic, a cherished annual tradition, which I didn't even know about, spanning the 2 days, invites you to embrace the magic of balloons up close, from their captivating inflation to their majestic launch into the sky. Prepare to be dazzled by a glow show. That sounds good. Where intrepid balloon pilots illuminate the pre-dawn darkness at 5 a.m., transforming the fairground into a mesmerizing array of larger-than-life multicolored lanterns, offering unparalleled photo opportunities. And then for those who prefer a later start, the main launch at 6:30 a.m., which is not much later.
No kidding.
Promises a breathtaking spectacle as numerous balloons ascend gracefully into the morning sky. Details in the link below. That, if I knew about that, I may have considered that, because that sounds really, really fun.
I worked in Napa for a few years, and every morning on the way to work, you would see the balloons taking off, and they normally would go from like 6:30 in the morning until maybe 3:30 in the afternoon. And they also used to go down 580 going towards Sacramento. So there used to be a lot of hot air balloons in the sky.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
Learning something new every day.
Yes.
And I'm thinking you might even be able to have a balloon ride
Yes.
during this event if you book it, I guess. So check the link below and you will see all the details.
Yeah, some of it is just to go and see, because when you said 22, I was like, no, that's not getting on the balloon and taking off.
No, it's not.
way
That
more.
will be extra cost, but I think to enter the area where they're doing all this, the glow show and stuff, that's the cost of it.
And I mean, it's pretty wonderful. So if you're looking for something very different, very unique to do, this is very different, very unique.
Yes.
Wow. Well, as always, we want to thank you so much for, hanging in here with us. You like how we had different perspectives on Chat GPT?
Yeah.
And one of the things that we really want to make sure that we highlight is you can have a conversation. Everything doesn't have to be my way or the highway. We can collaborate. And so our most important point is to make sure we are there to support our children in any fashion that we can.
And this tea was very delightful.
It really is. I can't wait to put a little bit more water in it because it's like very hearty.
I like it.
But I love it.
Yes.
I love the color. I love the ambiance. I love the smell.
Yes.
So we want you to know that we're grateful you hung out with us. We feel the love that it takes to stay with us for the entire duration of our chat. And we send it back to you all bubbling over.
Yes, we do. And I'm pretty sure you enjoyed our chat, did you? Because I think we were quite interesting today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you did enjoy our chat, we would love it if you would hit that thumb icon. Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, which helps so we can do future chats and helps our algorithm.
Yes.
Hit the bell notification, and that will tell you when our chats are ready to be viewed. And we are Silicon Valley Girls, chat over tea. And remember to always keep smiling.
Bye.
Bye.